Hello and welcome. I am Paul Fink, your security officer, and I am here today for the second in a series of presentations that will feature the insight of security professionals to give us a better understanding in the wide world of security risks. Today I am joined by Detective Jason Ackerman from the Hagerstown Police Department, who we have asked to join us to provide his experiences and expertise in responding to bank robberies. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
So Jason, can you identify for us the various methods that a person would use when committing a robbery?
Yeah, typically what you'll see is one or two circumstances. We traditionally, the bulk of the robberies we see are single actor, one person entering the branch and going through the actions of the robbery. On numerous occasions though, we have had multiple actors, 2 or 3 more people that enter and so forth, which is a little bit more dangerous situation, something to be careful with when dealing with these individuals. We see they typically act in one of 4 ways. They will not have a weapon and just threaten, hey, give me your money, and they just want the money, get out as fast as you can, no die packs, no GPS, etc. Or they may have a visible weapon present, whether it is a gun, a knife, a threatened item of mass destruction, and so forth. They may come in with a written note, a written instrument that they slide in, which threatens a weapon. Give me the money, give me the weapon, no die packs, or so forth. Or lastly, they may verbally threaten a weapon, have the hand in the pocket, fashioned like a gun, but none is ever seen.
If a robbery were to be announced, whether it's publicly or silently, what should be the first steps the branch staff should take?
Number 1, be calm and confident. Be the best observer you can be and focus on details. Follow the commands of the bank robber. And of course, all company operational directives on procedure. The last thing you need to do is get hurt over property. Attempt to slow your process down. Attempt to give the suspect as little money as possible. Attempt to give GPS and or bait money if available.
What can our branch staff do to best assist the law enforcement in the apprehension of the robbery suspect?
Again, hand in hand with remaining confident and calm. During the robbery, focus on the details. If you can't remember specific clothing, don't guess. The last thing we want is somebody saying, well, I think he had a purple jacket on, or I think he had this. If you don't remember, that's fine. But remember specifics. We like to focus on things that don't change. We certainly want to hear about a shirt or a hat or a jacket they had on, but if they've got very specific footwear, whether it's cowboy boots or a specific looking shoe, that is a great detail. As soon as you exit from that branch, you can easily take off a jacket or a hat and be wearing something completely different, but it's difficult to remove pants or footwear in that short period of time. Call 911 immediately. Have someone on the phone telling law enforcement what we know, specifically somebody who has a lot more detail of what has just happened, so we can really relay that information to the officers coming. Because we're going to be coming as fast as we can with as many officers as we can. And you might not have just HPD, you can have Maryland State Police and the Washington County Sheriff's Department. Procedurally, only have one person lock the door. If everyone has mostly remained in offices and behind the teller window, everybody wants to come out and start looking. Keep everybody behind. The reason why, we are probably going to have a canine come in to do a search. And the limited access to contamination we have in that lobby, to the scent, the better, because if an article is not left behind, the dog is just going to try and pick up on the best scent he can and work on that trail. Retain all customers if possible. You never know what they saw outside or inside that someone else didn't pick up on the other side of the glass. Maybe someone at the teller line didn't see footwear, but the person who was standing behind them in line did, and can be beneficial to helping us out. Attempt to view the suspect's travels when it's safe, if safe and if feasible. When they exit the branch, look out windows, see what direction they're going. Are they on foot? Are they getting in a vehicle? If they do get in a vehicle, what kind of vehicle? And with as much specific detail if you can, vehicle, make, model, but even parts of a tag. Try to be confident in the vehicle's state, whether it's Maryland or Virginia, and if you can't get a whole tag, at least a partial couple numbers assists. I'd rather you be sure of 3 numbers than try and remember 7 and remember nothing. Have someone immediately, whether it's a branch manager with access to the video, obtain the best facial image and best full body image of the suspect in a digital format that can be relayed to us immediately, because as soon as we come in, we're going to be disseminating that image to all of our personnel, and that image can be within 2 minutes disseminated to Howard County, PG County, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, so we have all law enforcement on the lookout. And also have your offices ready, maybe a designated office or 2, depending on the amount of witnesses or victims you have, for us to come in and do our interviews. It's always easy and beneficial if we can kind of get the witnesses and victims aside in a specific room, talk to them quietly, get a statement from them. Typically we'll do an audio video statement. It gets us in and out quicker than having to write all the responses down.
Thank you. In your experience, how successful has law enforcement been in arresting and convicting bank robbers?
The Hagerstown Police has been unusually successful. Our success rate is extremely high, well above any national average. And a lot of it comes to our ability to quickly and efficiently arrive to the scene with multiple personnel who've been here doing what we do. Typically during the day when a bank robbery is going to happen, you have our investigative personnel in the offices that can come. We can roll in, and kind of like having the plan in place, we don't need to discuss and know what we're going to do. We automatically know when you're here first, you're doing this. When you're second, you're doing this. When you're third, you're doing this, and we just roll in. So having your elements maintained, the images, the witnesses separated and ready with some basic information to provide to us, your customers pulled aside, helps us when we roll in. That preparedness, that immediate preparedness, is crucial for us in apprehending that suspect. If they're on foot, we know we're going to arrive there in seconds. We could have an officer halfway down the road from branch. It might be seconds away, and if someone's on foot, literally within blocks of apprehension. If we can flood that area, if we know they're on foot, as opposed to getting a car, we can flood the area with officers. Again, it helps with our prevention. And understand that we're going to be coming in hot. It's not going to be, hey, how are you doing? We're going to be very businesslike. It's going to be very direct. And preparedness on that part helps us with our coming in and obtaining the initial information to disseminate to our guys to locate that suspect.
Well, thank you, Jason. We really appreciate you coming in today to talk to us about how to prevent bank robberies. Hopefully, we will never need your services in dealing with one. But again, I think we've got good insight into how we should react and what we should do should that occur.
My pleasure, Paul. Thank you.